you ever do a lot of dancing? I don't really recall you guys dancing too much.
No.
Okay, no, all right.
No, I'm gonna tell you
No.
why. Well, there's two answers to the story. I remember, again, going back to the pressure. I remember, going to birthday parties and dances, school dances and dancing and enjoying it, and I wasn't a bad dancer. I was in it, And then when I hit like 8th grade, you got people saying, do the moonwalk or do the spin or do the lean, whatever it was, and that just stopped my will to dance, because I felt, oh, they want me to do what my Uncle Michael can do, and I can't do it like my Uncle Michael can do it, so I'm just gonna quit and stop now, so we didn't dance so much. And again, back to the pressure, I think that was a perfect example. Now on the second half, we remember perfectly well, I think it was 93, right around there, 1993, we were with my uncle for the Dangerous Tour, maybe 91. People, some fans out here are probably killing me for me not knowing the date, but for my uncle's Dangerous Tour, the Asia leg. So we went with him in Japan and Taiwan and Singapore and saw him perform to stadiums. And before, we'd be in the concert, amazed by all the people around. The stadium was packed, and they knew every word of my uncle's song, even though they spoke different languages. They knew every word. And so impactful for us to see, as kids, to see our uncle just kill it. And at the end of the show, maybe the last song, security would tell us it's time to go. So we go in the backstage and we hear the music real loud because we're now close to the stage. We hear the stage moving, we hear all of that, and we'd wait in the car because my Uncle Michael was finishing. He was going to get in the car and we were going to split out before, the crowd started, the traffic to get out. So we'd be waiting for him. He'd come in the car, singing his last thing and saying, "Good night, I love you," doing all that while he's in the car. So we're leaving, and then he'd turn off the mic, when it was over. You hear the band playing and finishing up, and he'd go, "You guys don't ever dance." It's exactly that was the first thing he would always tell us. He would say, "Don't dance, don't do it." And he just looked worn out. And he's like, if I don't give 110% every night, I'll never hear the end of it. They won't like it. It won't be good enough for them. And, even with the moonwalk, he said, I cannot, even if I didn't want to do a moonwalk, people want me to do this. And he's like, you better just don't dance, play your instrument, just work the stage, but don't go crazy with it. And I don't know if he was halfway serious or halfway joking, but that stuck with us. We were like, okay, we'll do our movements, but in terms of the crazy dancing, we'll listen to Uncle Michael.
Definitely, man. That was, well, we got to clap for that story. That story was epic. I was right there with you guys, and I heard when he said "don't dance." I felt it. As a dancer, it is what it is. I go everywhere, and they're like, "Dude," I'm like, "Oh my God!" When you've been dancing all day, nobody wants to go around and do a spin, right? But
and here's another thing, real quick. You got to remember, he was a perfectionist. He was someone that you could be a good dancer, and he'd call you all right. He would say he's okay. He's doing this wrong or that wrong, and then you look at it, he's like, dang, he could be doing that better. So I think he was also just coming from a real high level of dancing ability, and I don't think he wanted us to chase that because it would be like a forever chase that would put pressure on, if that clarifies.
Absolutely. And you're dancing, you're not able to just do that to your highest of capacity at a certain age. Dancers are athletes, so after a while your body starts to not be able to anymore. So let me also ask you this. In addition to just Michael being an excellent dancer, come on, you got Janet that can body the dance floor at any moment she feels like it. Your dad, Tito, the entire Jackson 5 are excellent dancers. So just putting Michael to the side here, your entire family knows how to move for the most part.
Yeah, and I think that was just growing up the way they did. That I think movement and especially as a band was important back then. You had everyone from the Four Tops and the OJs, and
Yeah.
everyone was moving. Even if they weren't doing intricate dance moves, all of them weren't. They were still moving and grooving. And I think that was just the generation they grew up in. Nowadays, the generation I grew up in, it was a lot more standing. It was Boys to Men. It was Shy. I won't count New Edition because they're cut from the old school cloth where they're moving. But you know what I mean? There was a lot of groups, Jodeci, who weren't doing those kind of dance steps. They were just feeling it. And that's what we kind of grew up on. We grew up on all of it, but that was what was moving our generation, of course. So, we kind of just followed in that in that wave. Always paying homage to the New Edition and the older groups, but we grew up on the Boys to Men and Jodeci and that kind of stuff.